I know hates the attention, but it doesn't really matter. We gotta give him the attention. He's been here for a while now. He's give basically half of his lifetime, for Bucks basketball. I was so blessed to be, a part of his legacy. Even though for the 8 years he's been so kind to me, and a lot of people don't know he's unbelievable in his job, but he's a great human being. Like from since the day one I came in, I was 18 years old. He had advised me. He talked to me. He made me feel comfortable in interviews, even when I didn't know how to speak English. He would, give me the questions I had at time, just made me feel comfortable. After games on the road, he sit in the back of the plane with me, and just talk with me. He's a great human being. He's had a great career with the Bucks. I wish him nothing but the best. But me and him, we're friends. We're gonna stay in touch. It doesn't matter if he's gonna be here, if he's not gonna be here. Jim for me is family, and Bucks fans, show Jim some love. I don't care if he likes attention or he doesn't like attention. Show him some love. He deserves it.
Yeah. Just wanted to talk about defending Durant, you and then Chris. For you, I know we've always kind of seen you as like the help guy, that's kind of what you want to do. How did it come to be that you opened the game defending him, and kind of what did you think of the experience?
It was great. At the end of the day, he's a great player. Had an unbelievable previous game, and want to take the challenge. Obviously one of the best players to play the game, and needs a team effort to guard somebody like that. And you just got to make it as tough as possible. But personally, I felt good. I think it's part of who I am, and it's part of growth. At the same time, because there's gonna be times that I gotta guard, the best player of the other team, and I was able today to start the game and take the challenge of guarding him, and just try to make it as tough as possible for him.
For you, when you are expending that much energy, just because he is obviously just someone that's going to be off the dribble, you're going to have to run off screens. Are you trying to get over the top of all of those? Is it a thought that, hey, we can switch here? Like, what's kind of your thought process and kind of your points of emphasis covering him?
Every player is different. Obviously, with KD, and I do not want to give my scouting report out there. I don't want to put it out there the way I'm going to guard him, but just got to make it as tough as possible. He's going to touch the ball a lot of times, so whenever you have a chance, maybe you deny him a little bit so he doesn't get the ball, somebody else get the ball, somebody else get the play. And don't make him shoot easy threes, no clean looks. But you've probably heard this over and over again, and he's still able to get 35, what he got today, 32. He's KD. And you gotta respect players like that, but at the end of the day, when the game starts, you gotta try to make it as tough as possible, as I said, and go out there and take the challenge and compete as hard as you can.
I remember talking to Katie a couple of years ago about Chris and just the idea that unless you really know basketball, you probably don't appreciate everything that he does, whether that's defense, making it tough on a guy like KD, or offense, where he's able to make the big shots and take the big shots and take the offense while you might be on the other side. Just what have you seen from Chris in these last couple games where he is able to do kind of a bunch of all those things that maybe we don't see?
He's growing as a player. He's growing as a leader. As you said, he wants to take the big shots, and there's a lot of times that he guards great players, while he's trying to do what he does, on offense. And a lot of people underestimate him, but, I've been around for 8 years. That guy's a great freaking player, and I love being teammates with him. And, he's the guy that is going to help us win games. And he's a guy that that he's sitting next to you, he's going to get it done, and he plays for the right reasons.
Steve McGarkey.
I'm just wondering, to get these kind of mini sweeps against the two teams ahead of the end of the East, Brooklyn and Philadelphia, how much does that kind of mean to y'all going into, as you finish up the regular season, head into maybe potential playoff matchups with those guys? I know they weren't at full strength, but still they go 4-0 against them.
You said, Steve. There wasn't full strength. Great wins, obviously. Happy that we were able to put up a show for our fans, and we were able to build good habits from those games. But that's all. They don't mean nothing, and nobody's going to remember these games when we're in the playoffs. Me personally, it doesn't mean nothing to me. All I care about is that the team was able to come out playing hard. Everybody was locked in. Offensively, we took care of the ball. We got clean looks. We tried to make it as hard as possible for them. So I'm happy for that. But for the win or lose, does not mean nothing. Playoffs going to be all different case, So I'm just happy that we're able to build good habits, and that's pretty much it, personally.
Zora?
On the box score, right, it showed 4 assists on Sunday and 4 assists today. But do you feel like today you were able to get other people involved more? And you like to use the word create. Do you feel like you did that more, even with some of the one-on-one coverage?
Yeah. I got people few open shots. Wasn't able to knock them down. But at the end of the day, every game is different. There's going like tomorrow. It's going to be a different game. Probably a lot of double teams, a lot of walls, a lot of swipes, a lot of crowd in the paint. It's easier to create, right? But like today was one-on-one. Even when I was in the paint, I looked back, I looked right or left, there was nobody there. So I had to play one-on-one. And I'm mature enough to understand it, but I'm mature enough also to understand that not every game is going to be a one-on-one game. And I'm just ready the defense and let my instincts take over, and just be in the moment and make the right play.
Your interview with Jim came out today, our dear friend. You know that he's humble as ever and he hates all this attention, but why does he deserve all these flowers and all the celebration and all the kind words?
He definitely deserves it. I know he hates the attention, but it doesn't really matter. We got to give him the attention. He's been here for a while now. He's give basically half of his lifetime, for Bucks basketball. I was so blessed to be, a part of his legacy. Even though for the 8 years he's been so kind to me, and a lot of people don't know he's unbelievable in his job, but he's a great human being. Like since the day one I came in, I was 18 years old. He had advised me. He talked to me. He made me feel comfortable in interviews, even when I didn't know how to speak English. He would, give me the questions I had at time, just made me feel comfortable. After games on the road, he sit in the back of the plane with me and just talk with me. He's a great human being. We've had a great career with the Bucks. I wish him nothing but the best. But me and him, we're friends. We're gonna stay in touch. It doesn't matter if he's gonna be here, if he's not gonna be here. Jim for me is family, and Bucks fans, show Jim some love. I don't care if he likes attention or he doesn't like attention. Show him some love. He deserves it.
All right, last one to Jim Ozarski.
Yeah, I know we've talked to you and Drew and Chris about the three of you kind of working together these last few games, but I mean, Bryn had 1 3-point attempt in the fourth. He made it. I know Pat had, I think, a late three against Brooklyn a couple nights ago. He made it. Obviously, we know the one in Memphis. How hard is that, do you think, when those guys have to be ready to shoot, but it may be just the one shot? And they've made it thus far. I know it might not always go in, but is it a little underrated how difficult of a role they're in kind of crunch time there?
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to be that guy. Being ready to shoot every time, and maybe some nights you get 5 shots, some nights you get 1 shot, some nights you don't get a shot, and some nights you get 15 of them. You got to be ready. But at the end of the day, as hard as their job is our job too. Chris being able to, come in and score the ball and facilitate for others. Me defending, try to score, try to facilitate and find that. Drew, our job is hard, right? So the same way their job is hard, our job is hard. and we understand that. And as a team, we try to make our job easier. And I appreciate the fact whenever I come in the arena for a game, I can look the eyes of my teammates. They're ready, and it doesn't really matter if it's going to be a good night or a bad night, but I know those guys are ready. I know Bobby's ready. I know Pat is ready. I know Bryn's ready. I know Dante is ready. And we're going to need these guys. We're going to need them to defend. We're going to need them to knock down shots. We're going to need them to make the big part of what we do. And without them, we cannot be great. Without Chris doing what he does, we're not going to be great. Without Drew, me, setting screens, being all over the place, we're not going to be great. So we need those guys to do their job in the best ability that they can in order for us to be great. So that's a compliment. You got to be ready because we need you guys. So that's the biggest compliment you can ever get.